the podcast.
Let me tell you guys a story real quick. Okay.
No.
This was, I think, the summer from transitioning from junior to senior year. So there's this girl, right? I wanted to, ask her on a date. And I did the worst mistake by taking her to the movies on the first date.
Stupid.
Yes, but, we're high schoolers, whatever.
You're an idiot.
So the movie I think that was out was Aladdin, the live version. And, we were talking or whatever. And I go, let's go watch the movie, right? She says, yes. Well, the thing is we did know each other.
Hell yeah. She said yes, dude. Hell yeah.
Dub?
Huge dubs.
So we did know each other. So at the same time, like I didn't see it too much of an L to take her to the movies because, we already did talk a lot and all that stuff or whatever. Okay. But we're going to the movies, and I pick her up, take her. We go to the ArcLight in Pasadena. So, we didn't, I don't know what movies were out, but we decided to go with Aladdin, right? And for some reason, there was a fat-ass line. So it's you're over here thinking, fucking some crazy movie came out. And I'm like, oh, okay. I doubt it's for Aladdin. When we go up to buy our tickets, we see that there are only 2 seats left. Literally only 2 seats. So I was like, okay, of course.
They next to each other?
Yeah. And I'm like,
So
I'm going to get
cute.
these 2 seats and whatever. I buy popcorn, soda, whatever I bought that day. And we go in, right? So the movie's playing. First of all, great movie. I like the movie a lot. And I was not disappointed by the live action. I'm a big Aladdin fan, so that it did very good. But there was I guess most people there were couples. Cuz to my right there was a couple and to my left there was a couple. And so a whole new world comes out, right? And I'm over here oh, okay, I want to hear this for the first time, see how it sounds compared to the animated version.
A whole new world.
Yeah, you hit that shit.
That was
Dude,
good. They did
Got
very
pipes, bro.
They did very good, but I wish the person next to me would have sounded like you.
Oh, no.
Yes. So he starts
started
singing
singing?
the guy version, and then
Oh,
she
hell
starts.
yeah.
Shut the
But,
fuck up.
Okay.
Dude, that's comedy though.
No, it's comedy. I've done it, but it's why am I gonna do it in the movie theater?
Yeah.
Right? And it's quiet.
Do that shit at
Is
fucking
it loud?
home, bro.
Like he sings loud?
He's screaming, and he's right here. He's sitting where you are. He's fucking screaming. and-
reenact it.
I'm gonna back up a bit. He's a whole new bro. He was into it. He was
Wait, but him and the
Hell
girl
yeah.
were going back and forth?
yes, a duet. Think about and you've seen me. You've seen me do it. I've done the karaoke version, but it's they were doing karaoke in the theater. All right, so
Oh, fuck no, bro. I would have said something.
no,
I would have stood up and slapped the guy, bro.
No, that shit was
Sit your ass down.
so I'm laughing and I look at the girl and we're both laughing at it or whatever.
Where are your seats in location to the
They were
screen?
right at the top.
Oh,
that's
dude,
not bad.
hell yeah.
I thought you were in the front.
Yeah,
row.
No,
front
they
row.
were at the top. But people
Broken
were
neck.
people were turning around and looking.
Wait, so there was 2 seats left and they were in the very back?
Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
I don't know
But
if
it's a dub.
well, whatever happened with the seating. But so everyone's turning around, of course, looking at what the fuck is going on. And this guy's louder than the movie. He was yelling. It wasn't he wasn't just
No, but he was
singing.
for real or he was fucking around?
No, I think they were for real.
Dude, if he was singing that loud,
Does he look like a GameStop manager? Is that how he looked?
He'd look like a bot.
But
did he
would
have a neck beard? Did
No.
he wear glasses?
No.
Did he have a hat on?
But he did look like a
Did he have a
nerd.
lanyard around his neck?
I can't tell you. I was just so confused. I think there's a video. I think the girl took a video, but
Did he have his hair in a ponytail?
no. So okay, so that happens, right? And the song ends, and I'm looking over to see what the fuck these people are, and everyone is looking back. I'm embarrassed here because I'm people probably think it's fucking me or something. But he literally at one point stood up. I'm not kidding. I was looking at him. I'm what the fuck
It had
is
to
going
be a
on?
joke. He had to get.
No,
it had to be a dare.
But the girl was in it too. The girl was
How old are these people?
I'm gonna say they looked like they were 16, 17.
Oh no!
That's so
I thought in my mind they were 50s.
No,
I was
were,
thinking
they were young,
25.
but they did look. When you see a weird couple, and you're oh, these two are meant to be together. It was one of those.
I was thinking like 50s, and they were alive when Aladdin first came out, and then like Aladdin is their movie, and now
Like-
they sing every song.
Yeah, like that song was played at their wedding.
Yeah,
type
like
shit.
that
Yeah.
shit.
And then in front of us, it's a family, right? So this was like before the singing part, but the kids start crying in the movie, and bro, like the theater, like just was like, what the fuck? Looking back again, like right in front of me. So it's
Wait, the kids in the theater were crying.
yes, like
At
he
that
started
scene.
The
throwing.
guys that sang.
I swear to God, no, some kids in front of me, like
Oh.
they were next to me,
Okay.
some kids in front of me.
Wow.
Like I remember hearing like, I want more popcorn. Like that, I think that's the last thing I heard before this kid started like throwing a tantrum. Like he started like fucking, like he jumped up like, I want more popcorn, all this stuff. So I'm laughing again, of course, because how is that not fucking funny? But I think the girl I was with got like a bit upset because she actually wanted to watch the movie, of course, and people were gonna like, why are you fucking crying? At the kissing scene at the end, like the movie's almost done. Like he like they let him in to be like the fucking girl's wife, husband or whatever.
Prince.
Yeah. The couple to our left starts making out.
The singing couple.
No, the other
Different
couple.
couple. Different.
There were two
You were
couples.
sandwiched. Okay.
Two couples and then kids. They start making out, but like I didn't.
That weird.
I didn't peep it. It's not that weird, but trust me. I didn't peep it. Like I'm watching the movie, and then she like taps on me, and I like look at her in direction, and behind her is like these two like full on making out.
Oh, because it was to the left of the girl that you were
Yes.
with.
And like full on making out, like just fucking like going ham.
Like
and
they
then,
were having sex in the
Mhm.
movie theater.
and then like the
W.
like
L.
like they were definitely at the wrong, like watching the wrong movie because they should have gone somewhere else. And then like I guess the music stopped, and then you could just hear the.
Oh no.
And I turn around, I start fucking dying because I'm like, what the fuck is this movie experience? You have these two. I'll never forget their performance. Like the guy was like actually pretty good. I'll give it to him, but it's just I don't know.
The guy kissing was good.
No, the
Kissing.
the guy singing. I will never know if that was a joke or not. Like, cause I just genuinely they were so into
It
it.
had to have been a dare. He definitely lost
But
the bet.
well, with the girl,
They probably both lost a bet.
I don't know, cause they were
But he said it. They looked like the type of people that would do
and
that.
they were by themselves because they
Yeah,
were
you're-
they were at the end of the row.
His friends would have been there if it was a dare.
Definitely.
So that was a movie experience and a half. And after actually after that, I ghosted the girl, just because.
You're such an asshole.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Dude, I love how earlier you were like, bro, I'm not a bad guy.
No, I'm not a bad guy.
Why did you ghost her? She made my movie experience bad.
No, we talked for like a week after, and then like it just stopped. Like we just stopped talking. But
You're an asshole.
I will never forget. Like that was probably the weirdest date I've ever been on. But this is how this goes into the next story.
Your first mistake was taking her to the movie theater.
True, I agree. But that was on a Friday. Saturday, I go with my friend. My friend Avo, I've mentioned him before.
Go see Aladdin the movie.
Avo is the kid that dropped the phone off the ride.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to that
So
episode.
Avo is gonna get his head high here because I do believe he's the craziest guy I know, and I would never admit it to his face. I kind of just did. It's I say 7 p.m. I go to his house for dinner, right? And then chill with his family, all that stuff. And Avo has like his own room, like his own like little back house. So that's where Avo's room is. So we play video games, typical boys on a Saturday night, high schoolers. But at 2 a.m., we have the idea to just go to Malibu. During the time
What?
that like I don't know if you remember like a moment where like there was some shit going on, but like they kind of closed down the whole highway. I forgot what it was.
Probably called COVID.
No, it wasn't COVID.
Was it
'cause
like
this
the
was
riots
before.
and stuff,
No.
maybe?
No, there was like a parade, I think, or
Probably the riots.
some weird shit. No, because this was way before COVID.
Was it a Pride Parade, maybe?
Some parade, some event was being hosted, right? So they closed down the pier. They closed down like just that whole what is that main strip called? I forget.
PCH?
Probably. But we go right 2 a.m. We get there 2:45. Traffic isn't bad, of course, because it's fucking super late. We go to the Santa Monica Pier, and it's barricaded. And we go up to the officer and we're like, oh, like, what is going on? Why is it closed? And he's like, oh, there's something going on, all this stuff, like helicopters, cop cars everywhere.
Maybe there was like a murder.
It was weird because it was like a normal Saturday. Like, I don't remember anything.
Normal Saturday, 2:45 a.m.
Yeah, someone had 5 stars in GTA. Bro. Had the
So,
choppers on.
Yeah.
So Avo has the idea to go, like the parking lot right next to the pier.
Yeah.
You know how strict they are there.
Yeah.
They're fucking bitches there. So we go in.
I wouldn't say bitches, more of like trying to keep you alive and safe.
We go in, but we both didn't realize, because we're both idiots, that the exit was closed. So like there was no way out. The only way out is where the fucking spikes are, where your tires pop. And we're stuck. And I'm like, you're fucking kidding me, right? So then, like, we're in the parking lot and we're just driving around, and he's being an idiot. Like, he has his window down, he's yelling, he's like, fuck 12, like all this stuff, right?
What an idiot.
Yeah, it's like literally, and they're like above us on the pier. And when we go out to exit, both our hearts stop because there were cops like pulling into where we were at. So like the exit's here, and like cops are like coming here, and like they're of course gonna get us.
Like
So they're like
sandwiching
blocking the entrance.
Yes, and I'm like, bro, you gotta go. I'm like, you just
How
gotta
are you
go.
exiting? You're just going through
Avo literally got on top of like the sidewalk, just driving down this. And you know how like the bike lane, like they cover it.
Yeah.
Avo was driving down the sidewalk for about like 5 minutes. And I guess the cops didn't see us because I told him, turn off your lights, do all that shit. So he's driving down for like 5 minutes. We see a cop car coming from like the back. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, no, like we're done. We're fucking done. So I told him, I'm like, just stop the car and park here on the sidewalk. Hopefully he doesn't see us. I don't know if it was they were looking for someone else or they just didn't see us. The guy he slowed down and then drove past us and then zoomed again.
Definitely a murder. Definitely a
Had to
murder
have been.
happened.
Had to have been.
And then me and Alva are freaking out. Like, I'm like, bro, we gotta go. He's like, nah, bro, we're here to have fucking fun. And I'm like, no, like we gotta go. So then
What is there to do in Malibu at 3 a.m.?
there's nothing.
For a high school student.
Oh, I remember where we went. Remember when like the water was like lighting
green
up?
water.
That's why we went, because we went to go see
Dude,
But-
hell yeah. That was sick.
We're still in Santa Monica at this point. And we started, he's still on the fucking sidewalk. So we finally get to the traffic lights. And I'm like, just go. There's another, he goes into another parking spot idiotically. Like, there's no, like, I told him, just get on the street and let's go. He gets into another parking lot. And first, there was some shady ass car in there. Like, it was like,
The murderer.
honestly,
Yeah.
looking at this, like, maybe. So a shady ass car. And we drive past him. We see a guy in there. And this, bro, like, he's like, we only live once. That was his mentality. He parks right next to him.
Oh my God.
I'm like, bro, and I'm like,
How are you friends with this guy?
bro, we've been through hell and back. So I'm like sitting like this because like I don't want the guy to see me.
It's like falling into your chair.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you just got to go. And the guy rolls down his window. No, you know what Avo does? He rolls down my window, like waves down the guy. When the guy is rolling down his window, Avo rolls up ours. And then he reverses and then like is leaving. Once again, the cops are there.
Avo's leaving or the other dude?
Us. But the guy turned on this car and then he like put it in reverse. And I'm like, Avo, you're fucking dumb. Like, we're about to get killed. And at the same time, there's like helicopters literally like flying by saying like, evacuate the beach. Like, you guys shouldn't be here. And I'm just like, dude, like, can we listen?
That's why there were so many cops, because of the green water. They didn't want people going in the water at 3 a.m.
Maybe. I don't know. But it was
definitely
like,
it.
it was so sus. And then, so again, the cops are starting, like 3 cop cars go into the parking lot. So we were here. There's like a fat building, but we see them pull up into the next parking lot, but there's still like a way to get in. And I'm like, you got to dip it now. Luckily, this exit was open. But we did see, because Avo went across and then turned into a gas station right there, that the cops pulled up next to the other car. But the other car just left. So I was like, okay. But then they pulled him over again. And like, I'm assuming that they were saying like, what were you doing in the parking spot? But looking at it now, it could have been a fucking like.
Dude, this is a weird ass story.
It is, but it gets weirder.
It feels like a fever dream.
So this is still in Santa Monica, and we're driving up Malibu now because when you go through the Malibu mountains, like it leads you kind of towards where I'm from. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna take the hills or whatever. 3 cop cars are coming from so Malibu has a lot of swerves. So like when we're turning, we just see them all zoom by. So Avo pulls over. One turns around and starts following us without his lights. Like literally without his lights. But like tailgating us almost. And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, what do I do? Like there's a video like we're both yelling like, what the fuck do we do? What the fuck do we do? And I'm like, don't pull over if he doesn't have your lights, like his lights on. And he followed us because that, strip is like what, like 5 miles? Like he followed us for a good 2-3 miles. But then I'm like, bro, just make a right. Just turn. Let's see if he follows us. So Avo turns and there's nothing. So at that point, like we were very sussed out about what the fuck was going on in Malibu and like why there were so many cops and helicopters and all that shit. But this is the funniest one. We're back in La Cañada, so like in between Pasadena and Glendale. We go up to a McDonald's drive-thru, and I don't know if they were closed. It didn't look like they were closed, but so he goes up to the drive-thru window, puts his car on park, like puts his head out the window, and like fucking starts banging on the fucking McDonald's drive-thru window.
Oh no!
There's a guy in there. Next thing you know, we leave, and like, we're both doing idiotic. Like I think I got on the trunk and like held my arms between 2 windows, and he was driving and swerving through the middle of the street, and I was like in the back of the car just like going like that. Like we were doing some dumb shit. All I see is like a cop car like with the lights on far. And this is where we live, by the way. And I'm like, Avo, you gotta go. I'm like, that's definitely us. Like there's no shot. He gets into the highway. The cop is following Avo. But like we're
with the lights on.
Yes,
lights on?
we're at such a distance.
Oh
We're at such a distance that like I don't think he would have caught us. But we get off an exit, and then like I just tell him, bro, just turn right. Like it was like I think we couldn't, but I'm like, just turn right because this guy's on us. We see him coming out the same exit, and then he we park, and then he goes into the middle of the street just like with his cop cars, and it looks like he scans the area and then just dips.
Dude, that is some GTA shit, bro.
Bro, and keep in mind this
is not real.
in the span of like 2 a.m. to like 4:30 a.m.
This is not real.
And we go back to the room, and I remember we were just like, what the fuck did we just do? It doesn't sound real, but I swear to God, I swear on everything that I love that this all happened in one night.
That's insane, bro. Because that is
Like, and if we ever somehow bring Avo on the podcast, like he'll tell you. And it's just like I don't know what was going on first, and it probably was like that they didn't want people to see, or like there were people there or something. I think there was someone famous. That's what I'm going to say. That's what like my theory to Alva was. He said someone got killed.
I would go with the killed story more than the famous person story.
But then like the one from La Cañada. So the one from like La Cañada makes sense because we were doing some crazy stupid shit. But it's just like the car that followed us from Malibu to like Camarillo, and then the Glendale car, and then us almost like we're basically going to get arrested because we're in the parking lot that we should.
Anyone listening to this that isn't from California or Southern California is just fucked on wherever you're going.
I'm not from there, and I'm visualizing it.
You got it?
The parking, okay, the parking lot next to the pier, like they're so strict there. Like it's so strict. Like no one parks.
Surprised you didn't get arrested.
But because Ava went on the fucking sidewalk.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get arrested for that.
Like, it's just I don't know if they. I don't think they were looking for us.
Let's rack up the charges here. Trespassing. What? Endanger.
He's just incriminated himself.
No, because this is all for a fiction novel he's writing.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
What? Driving on the sidewalk is surely like endangerment of the public or some shit. And then
Swerving has to be like something, right?
reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Evading police.
Well, he was not close to us, so we wouldn't know.
Yeah, maybe he was looking for the guy in front of you.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, the guy in front of you
that
went off the
was-
same exit.
But like, it's when I explain it, it doesn't sound like intense and like crazy as much as it was when we were in the car. Like that was like wild.
That's the craziest story I've like ever heard.
Like a real life shit.
Like a
from
real life,
someone I
like
know.
my friend
Yeah.
story.
I
That's
just do.
fucking
I do
nuts.
want to know what was going on though. That like the cops were.
You'll never find out.
Yeah, and then like we literally like looked up shit. Like went on the LA Times and all this stuff that we tried to see if there was anything, and nothing. Just that night, something must have happened and nothing got reported.
That's crazy.
Because it wasn't during COVID.
Something definitely got reported.
Oh, we did our research and we couldn't find anything.
Damn.
Bro, so the other day, right? I go to the city, like New York City.
Valentine's.
Yeah, but I go to get dinner with my girlfriend. And so I met my girlfriend after work and she came and met me. So I met her at Grand Central. And then we had to take the 6 train to get to the restaurant that we were going to go to, right? So we're there, like waiting on the platform. It's like the train's not coming for like 5 minutes. So we're just there chilling. I'm not even like all up on like they have like the little caution area
thing.
Yeah, I'm not on that. I'm back, like it's like on the back, like the side of like one of the stairs, right? So me and her are just there chilling. This random fucking crackhead, like homeless dude comes up to me. And he just like randomly, I didn't even know he was talking to me at first. He just comes up to me. He goes, "Get away from her." And I
Dude, that hurt my ears.
I didn't think he was talking to me at first. So I like, turned and I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Get away from her." And I was like, whoa, he is talking to me. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I was so confused. And so he like is like starting to get fucking pissed. Like he like balls his fists up, like bucks up, almost like squares me up. And he's like, "Get away from her." Like he's like starting to freak the fuck out. And at this point, like, bro, it's Valentine's Day in New York City. Like everyone's going everywhere. That fucking platform was packed, bro.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, all the fucking girls in their stupid little like Valley Girl accents are, "What's going on?" Like everyone's looking around, bro. And my girlfriend's just silent. Like she didn't say a thing. She was just like I wasn't even looking at her because I was just trying to make sure like that I was in between like
You too.
Yeah, I was in between like her and then the fucking crackhead. And so he's like, I like turned to the side like, "Bro, whatever, bro. Like just let the crackhead be a crackhead." He shoves me, bro. Like fucking like 2 hands like fucking shoves me like in the direction of like where the tracks are. And I was like, "Oh fuck." So I put my fucking phone in my pocket. I strap up the bag a little bit. I'm like, "All right, am I about to fucking scrap right now?"
About to fight a homeless
so
dude.
He bucks up. I'm kind of like bucked up a
Getting
little
ready.
bit. And I'm like, "Bro, touch me one more fucking time. I'm gonna rock your shit." I literally told him that because I was so close. My blood started boiling, bro. And I don't know what it is, but like when my blood gets hot, like I'm fucking hot thinking about this shit right now. And I don't know what, like it was crazy. And he didn't touch me again. And then he just kind of like went back into his little like corner, whatever.
Into his house.
Whatever. And he was just like staring at me, like just in that same position, like, "Urgh." And then like, eventually the fucking subway came. I get on the train. And like right before I like turn to walk to get on the train, I turn and I blow him a kiss. And I blow it at him. And he's like, like he starts just spazzing. But like I thought he was gonna rush me. So I was like, oh. But yeah, he didn't do shit. And that shit was crazy. But I feel like I've just been attracting that shit lately.
I have a similar story.
Never try to fight a crackhead.
Well, because
They'll just eat punches.
Well, that's one thing I was worried about. Like I've seen like the fucking some crackheads that like on like Instagram and shit where they'll just like, bro, they're like Super Saiyans.
Yeah, they're like Superman, bro.
But lately I've just been attracting some like weird shit. Like I feel like I got to be careful because I was at one of the bars this past weekend and I was having a really bad hair day. And so I was like, I'm gonna just wear a beanie to the bar. I didn't think much of it. Whatever, go to the bouncer, ask for my ID, give him my ID. He says I'm good to go. But he goes, "Just take your hat off when you get in." Cool. Not thinking that much of it. I walk in, I turn around, make sure he's not looking. I put it back on. My hair looks like shit. I put the beanie back on. I'm walking in, the fucking second bouncer. You would have thought fucking Joe Biden was in there. They had the Secret Service. It was crazy. Second bouncer goes, "Hey, take the hat off." I go, "Oh, my bad. Take it off." And then there's like an outside patio part. So I go to the patio. I put it back on because it's cold outside. So I'm like, I should be good. I put it on. No one's giving me a hard time. Wasn't there for long. I turn around, I get up and leave, right? And so when I leave, there's another bouncer right by the patio door to get back on the inside.
Third bouncer.
Bro, there was like 12. And he's like, "Yo, take the fucking beanie off." Like, I was like, whoa. So I was like, all right, bro, I got time. Like, I'm going to be a bitch. So I was like, oh, no, it's cool. Like, I'm just leaving. He's like, nah, like, take the fucking beanie off. I said, what are you, like, you're going to kick me out? I was like, bro, I'm on my fucking way out right now. I turn around and I leave. He snatches it off my fucking head. I turn around and I'm like, bro, what? And I snatch that shit back, put it back on my head. And this is all as like, I'm continuing to walk outside. He snatches it again. I snatch that shit back. It's like little kids fighting. And I'm like, bro, give me that shit back. Don't fucking touch my hat. And then he fucking shoves me from behind. I was like, whoa. And like first instinct, I was like, yeah. He might have been the guy that delivered your Taco Bell. He was fucking scary.
He was big and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no.
There's a lot of those guys in White Plains, though.
Yeah, they're all the bouncers. They drive DoorDash during the weeknights.
Yeah.
And
And then they do bouncing.
yeah, that shit was crazy. I don't know, bro. And then he ends up like carrying me outside, basically. Like, I'm not a small dude. I'm not like fucking some mass monster, but like I'm like fucking 6'1", 6'2". Like I'm not easy to move. And like I was their bitch.
You just like got ragdolled
I was just like
out of the thing.
and then they like toss me outside, whatever, land on my feet, and they tell the main bouncer, the first guy that I talked about earlier, like, hey, yeah, he's done for the night. And I was like, the fuck? Well, I'm fucking leaving. Like, I've been leaving this whole time. I don't want to come back in here. I'm taking the bus and I'm going my ass to sleep. Bro, that shit was crazy. No, that's actually, I met you right after. And we got hot dogs.
Yeah, we got hot dogs.
Yeah.
Good times.
Where you said it reminded you of a story?
Well, it was very fast, but your first story, there was one time, right? We were watching, this was in high school as well. We were watching a volleyball game. And then we go back to this girl's crib. It's like 3 girls, like, and me and Carlos. Carlos is also one of my other best friends. So Carlos decides to stay with this one girl. I don't know why. But we all decide to go to In-N-Out. But the In-N-Out's like a 15-minute walk from where the girl's house was at. So when we're walking, like we walk down the street and then we're turning left to go the In-N-Out's down the street. This guy with like big ass shorts and like a muscle shirt starts yelling. Just yelling. Just like, I don't know what he was yelling, just fucking screaming. It was a crackhead. And I'm like, oh, just don't pay attention. Like, I'm the only guy there. And I'm like, just don't pay attention. Just keep walking or whatever. I turn around. This man's full on sprinting towards us.
Like get out type shit?
Yeah. Like sprint. Like he was, let's say, 50 yards away when I first saw him. And from like this point, he's like a good 30 yards. So the girls get scared, of course, and they start fucking booking it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like also like the same thing as you. Like, I'm gonna have to scrap right now.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't have pockets. I don't know. Oh, I think I was coming back from a practice or something, but I didn't have like anything. So I had my phone and my wallet in my hand. So I like chucked it to the street or like the sidewalk.
You chucked your phone to the street?
Like the sidewalk. And then he comes up kind of like how far you are. And we're both staring at each other.
So what, like four or 5 feet?
And he just starts yelling like all this shit. He's like, do you know like who I rep like on this set, on that set? And I'm like, I literally go, sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
He was cracked out though?
Yeah.
So
So he's not like some gangbanger.
No,
He might have used to be.
Maybe. Or because the neighborhood we were like in was pretty good. So like it wasn't like we were in South Pasadena. It's a pretty good neighborhood.
It's not Skid Row.
No. But so he's like, and he gets closer. He takes a step closer. So do I. And this man's short though. He's like 5'3". I'm not even kidding. He was tiny.
God,
so I'm like,
step on him.
and I'm like looking down at him.
It's a
But the thing is, my concern was like, he has like a knife or something. Yeah. I'm like, oh, like this guy's gonna try to shank me.
Yeah.
So like he's like, do you know? Like he starts going into like,
oh
like,
shit.
Like, you want to play? And I'm like, if you're gonna do it, I'm like, pull it out. I want to see it. Like I'm like, like shitting myself, but at the same time, like trying to.
You're so badass for that.
So he was reaching for the imaginary toolie.
Yes, because I knew he had
the
basketball shorts on, like fat ass basketball shorts. So I could tell like he didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, pull it out. I want to see.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he goes, I'll see you around. He's like, you'll see me here again. And
yeah, because this is where you live at, bro.
I'm like, all right, bro. I'm like, I was like literally just confused. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm like, you're just like here, like yelling. I'm like, you're scaring people away. I'm like, there's no need for all of this. Like whatever the fuck you just did. He's like, nah, I'll catch you. And he's like walking backwards. And like still chirping, like 50 yards away, and he's still yelling, and I'm like, okay. I'm just like I didn't move because I was kind of like shook, you know, like in those moments you're like, oh God, like, you know, this guy has a knife or something. But it's just yeah, like it was just, I feel like I attract a lot of that too, though.
I don't.
You've never attracted that type of shit?
No.
Like, because every time that there's like fucking crackheads around, I feel like one of them's like always talking shit to me.
I think it's because we're tall.
I don't know what
Well, you're tall too, though.
I don't attract anything.
Well,
Like-
Skid Row, we went to Skid Row once for to feed like
Field
the homeless
trip.
people. Yeah.
Damn,
So for our school, we would have to like feed the homeless and whatever. And
that's cool.
I poured this guy some oatmeal. But I guess he didn't want any, and he like just stared at me, and he fucking threw the whole tray in my face. Like I smelled like oatmeal the whole day because it was like at 6 a.m, so we'd have to go to school right after.
That shit pisses me off.
But-
like, how
but-
the fuck?
But that just happens to me though. Like it wouldn't happen to anyone else there. Like it just happened. Of course. Like I get it. I understand. I'm like, all right. Like, you know, they're like they have a lot going on and stuff. But I'm like, why does it happen to me and like
Yeah, that
not to
sucks.
anyone else? But so I think I attract some of that too.
Crazy,
know.
bro. Crazy.
Maybe my skin color.
What is What is your guys' favorite old Fortnite POI?
Like the OG, like
OG map.
season 1 and 2.
Like, okay, season 1 was different though, because season 1 didn't even have like tilted or any of that shit.
Yeah.
So like season 3,
Okay.
Luis.
Mine's easy.
I mean, there's an easy one. I have an easy one, and then like a one
Okay,
that I
skip
love.
me. I want to go like specific right now. So I try to remember. Let me look at the season 3 map. Sorry, I don't remember.
Flush
Dude,
Factory.
It's just like coded.
I want Flush Factory.
What?
I loved Flush Factory.
That's
Dude,
so
what was the
weird.
little? It was like, let's see. It was in the southwest-ish. It was like a little row of like,
Like torn down houses?
no, it was almost like a little like mini factory. There was like 2 mini factories. Fuck, dude. We used to
Oh, I
have,
found
give
mine.
that shit a name, but
I found mine.
forgot.
Retail row.
Oh, Retail Rose Fire.
Retail Row is fire.
Retail row. You would always see people there. It was so good, and it was fun. For some reason, it was just
I mean, my favorite place to land was Salty.
Salty's a
But
good
the
one too.
underrated, you guys remember the containers? Like like the
it's
container
Like,
park?
just straight north. Or it's
Straight
north,
like
north of where the lake was.
It's by the Wailing Woods.
Bro,
Yeah,
and then-
that place was fire.
I'm looking at it right now.
There was this motel. Like it was
Motel was
that place was
sick.
fucking sick because no one would go there.
No one would go
And
there.
like when you're with your boys and like you literally just want to extend the game, like you go there. You
Dude,
go
I
there.
used to land at Snobby Shores all the time too. I don't know what was wrong with me.
Shores.
It was
What?
like on the very east side of the map. Like
Where would you land? Like, what was your go-to spot in Warzone? Like the first Warzone map.
I forgot what it was called. It's like with the planes, like the crashed
Mm,
planes.
Hot take here. Fortnite is the best game of all time.
No, it's not. But yeah,
Whatever.
the-
I'm gonna
whatever.
let
I
that
had
slide.
so
We're gonna
much
talk
fun
about this. We're gonna
playing
talk about
Fortnite.
this next episode because we're running out of time. But yeah, I landed at the Broken Down Plains. I forgot what it's called, dude. I land there every
Is it
game.
Crash?
No, it was fuck.
Is
They
like
made it into a
satellite shit?
multiplayer map.
It was like something satellite.
It was on the west side of the map.
Yeah, I know where it is,
It wasn't satellite.
dude. Because I would always land in me and my friend. We would always like literally always play, and I swear I don't think I ever won with him. Like we would just get like,
Me, I suck at Warzone.
no, not you, bro.
I think we won a few.
That's why you think Fortnite's
Yeah,
the best game ever.
I love Fortnite though.
It was
just fuck
the
the tryhards.
the cul-de-sac, like on like the
Uh-huh,
west side,
uh-huh,
kind of
yeah.
like Midwest
yeah.
of the map. That was the spot, bro. Because like you would usually get circled more times than not, and then the loot was nuts and pretty much guaranteed like 1 or 2 fights before the circle moved.
Yeah.
So it was like that was the fucking spot for us.
Did you guys ever play grown up Pixel Gun on the phone?
Pixel gun. Oh, like the Minecraft gun game? Yeah.
That game was
Kind
good.
of.
I don't
I
think
never
I did.
downloaded it, but my friends had it.
It was so fun.
And then there was the what was the one on the phone? The Jetpack Joyride.
Goated
Best
game.
game of
Clash
all time.
Royale. Goated game.
Clash Royale wasn't Clash of Clans is better. 'Cause it was
Jetpack
I've
just
never
Joyride-
played Clash of Clans.
Jetpack Joyride was so revolutionary though. Like that's like one of
Jetpack Joyride is the best
cock
fun
is
game of
good?
all time.
Your cock is good.
Yeah.
Really?
I think I'm like Town Hall 11 now.
Oh,
You didn't know what that meant.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
were
just processed.
confused.
It's a
You were
Clash of Clans
confused.
acronym.
Yeah.
Oh wow, damn, bro. One last story, real quick. I'm about to give a shout out to my little brother,
Shout out, brother Testa.
Gio.
Love you, Gio.
He's a fucking idiot. He's like the smartest idiot I know. We're still kids, and like he had like an iPad or something, or maybe he was like had Clash of Clans on like my dad's phone. But like obviously it was my dad's iTunes account. Like
I know where this.
so
is
my
going.
dad like had his credit card and stuff, and then so my brother, I don't know if it was his birthday or Tooth Fairy, whatever. He had like $5. He somehow got cash at like stupid young age. He gives my dad the cash and he goes, "Hey dad, could I buy $5 worth of gems?"
Yeah.
Dad goes, "Sure, why not? Yeah." Logs in, puts the password on the thing. He buys $5 worth of gems. My little sneaky ass brother was like,
This was.
He goes
free.
in.
This was so easy.
He goes in, and he doesn't know my dad's password. I don't even fucking know. He doesn't even know his password. My dad's that guy.
Yeah.
Just
My dad is too.
resets it every time he needs to log in. So he goes in and looks at like the max gem package, like $100.
Yeah.
Clicks it, hits purchase, and the way it was, I don't know if it's still a thing anymore, but the way it was at the time is once you put your password in, it wouldn't
You
require
didn't
it
need to do it again.
for like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So my brother spams like the 5 million gem thing.
Oh,
Dude.
how much money?
God.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he ran it up like $300 or more
Oh my
on
god.
Clash of Clans. And the kid had so many fucking gems, and his shit was insane.
It was sick.
It was so my dad was heated. Like he whooped his ass, I'm pretty sure. But that was crazy. And my brother was like 6 years old, and he had a better gem than like the guys with like the Chinese usernames who were like at the top of the fucking world
Like
rankings.
the Masters guys.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. Shout out to Gio. That shit was fucking funny. I'm
We love
sure.
Gio.
Sure, my dad, is fine with the $300. It's a good memory. But
Bye.
The podcast.